Hello everybody. Today I'm gonna show you the gameplay of the good football management game named Manchester United The Double. It has been released by the Krisalis Software back in 1995. Krisalis Software have developed six games about the Manchester United in the first half of the 90s, and this game, Manchester United The Double, was fifth in the series, released in 1995, as I mentioned already. So I think it includes plenty of improvements based on the experience of the previous series. I played this game a lot. However, that was quite a long time ago, maybe over than a decade, so I forgot most of the details of the game. However, I remember the overall feelings because it has really good dynamics and it's a good representative of the retro, quick paced football manager game. You can play a season in less than an hour if you want to. So, in addition, this game has a database of the players from the 1994 or so. So it can give you a lot of positive emotions from managing the Giggs Cantona and other famous players from that period of time. Okay, today I will play one season. I'm going to show you the way this game can be played and what's the functionality it has. Okay, so let's take a look at the setup first. The one important thing that I want to tell you about is the possibility to play the arcade match, which looks like the FIFA styled football game of the 90s. So you will be able to see 2D mode of your players playing the arcade game. So when this button is on, you can see the 2D mode of your game. And when it's off, you can see the results only mode. So, from my opinion, this game combines two different modes, which really interesting, really good, and extends the number of its features. Okay, so let's start the season. Let's make a new game. We're selecting first of all, we're putting new manager's name, then we're selecting the game. On the left side, you can see the list of the clubs. Only English leagues are present in this version. 5 leagues in total are available, from the top level one to the conference league. Top level English league was named First League in 1995, or maybe a Premier League already. I don't remember it at the moment, but anyway, the teams marked in red are top league ones. The teams of the second level are ones marked in the orange, and so on and so on. The bottom level leagues are marked in blue. I remember that because I prefer a low league clubs management as a default rule, so I played with those low league clubs from the conference a lot. So, but today I will manage the West Ham because I like this club and I want to show you the gameplay from the top level league. So now we can select the starting year of the season. Let's select the 1983. It will make our gameplay more realistic, and the game was configured, and now we can start investigating the game further. So the setup, we have seen that functionality already. The cup button shows us the fixtures of the two cups present in the game. Our team is not present here, otherwise it would be highlighted in red color. We will see it later. The manager's screen allows us to add managers in the middle of the season. So, by the way, another unique feature of this game, well, not unique, but not so popular feature present in this game, which I personally like, is the opportunity to play with your friend or friends in a hot seat mode. At one PC or a laptop. So, of course, it's not popular nowadays when everyone plays via the network, but if you have some friend who is also a football management game fan, then you can have a hot seat with this fast-paced manager and play a season or a two with beer in your evening weekend. So that makes this game even more enjoyable. The disk shop gives us the opportunity to save or load the games. The transfer screen allows us to work with the transfer list. It's empty at the moment because the season has not started yet. Once we will pass a week, we'll see the list of players for the transfer. And this button is really useful. It allows us to sell our players directly from the list on the right side, from this block on the right side, and the left block shows us the whole list of clubs available in the game. By the way, you can also see here clubs highlighted in brown. These are non-league clubs. You can't manage them, but you can see their players and you can even buy someone and try to play him. So we can see the information of each player, the stats is quite good as for the game of the from the 1995. We can even see that our Julian Diggs defender is a star player. As I remember, he's the only one in the squad with this status. Yeah, that's right. And I personally like the visualization style of the skills presented here. So we can see the bars highlighted with different colors according to their levels. Let's look at the other guys from my team. Yeah, so some skills with the medium values are highlighted in red, and when you will look for the other cheaper for the cheaper players, you can see them. You can see some skills of them highlighted in green. So this is really convenient way of visualization of people's levels. So what I like from this transfer menu is that you can you can find each team's player quite fast, and you can buy him directly from this window. So in example, we can try to buy Martin Keown right from here. However, if we would like to buy someone directly from this window, then we will have to overpay, and that's logical for sure. While at the transfer window, transfer list, the players will be sold without an additional price. Okay, and the remaining button is the main one I will use today during the gameplay because it contains the main and not the main but most popular features. So we can see the list of fixtures here, not only for West Ham but for other clubs from all divisions. We can see the top scorers for our club. As soon as we will get the goals, they will be listed here. We can see the fitness of the team, so we can find out when the injuries of each particular player will be finished. We can see the performance of our team moving up and down in the Liga. We can see the number of suspension, a number of disciplinary points and suspensions for each of the players. We can see the table for each of the leagues. We can see the scores for each of the leagues. It's empty at the moment. Of course, we can see the list of players in each of the leagues, sorted from the highest skill level to the lowest one. This is extremely convenient feature, I guess, for those who would like to find good players really fast and not spend too much time searching for the potential stars. And we can see the manager stats screen with the bank balance and the results of each of the season of our team. And the squad is the list of our players showing their numbers, their positions, their names, the number of goals they have during this season, and the remaining two columns represent the skill value of the player and his value, his transfer value. I personally believe that the combination of these two values shows us the current ability and potential ability. In example, we have these two players with the same skill value, but Adrian costs only 70,000 of pounds, while Martin costs 250,000 of pounds. Why? Why is such a difference? Why is there such a difference between them? I believe that's because Martin has bigger uh, potential ability which will grow over time, but that's just my assumption. Anyway, I recommend to don't underestimate the value, transfer value of each player, and use it when selecting potential transfer candidates. Okay, so to start with the transfers, first of all, let's evaluate which side of our squad needs improvement. So we have quite a good goalkeeper. Then we have, oh yeah, as you can see, the players are sorted according to their level, according to their skills or ability levels. So uh, we can look at the top ones and understand which ones are the better. Their ability does not increase. It's stable as far as I remember, but I may be mistaken. Okay, so we have about the goalkeepers. Here we have one star goalkeeper, and then we have four goalkeepers within the range of 79 to 78%. So I think our defensive line needs improvement. Then we have one great midfielder and three good ones in the range of 80, 79 percentage. Then we have one good forward, Tony Cotti, and one, let's say, average one. As I understand, it's his average in terms of Premier League. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, and our second goalkeeper is quite expensive as well. Maybe we don't need such expensive goalkeeper, so he's our candidate for additional money. I think. Okay. So I think we need to sell second goalkeeper. To get more money, we need to buy at least one or two defenders to keep our defensive line on a high level of performance. And yeah, it will be great to have a good forward because, as you can see, our third forward, wow, out of three, third forward out of three is in the bottom of the table. So we have only three forwards, and third one is quite junior. So yeah, it will be great to have a second forward as well. Okay, okay, and then let's go to the transfer screen. Let's sell our goalkeeper. Yeah, as you can see, we can change the price here. Oh no, no, we can change the price. Yeah, I've just forgotten it. Yeah, as I've told already, as I've told you already, I've played this game a lot of seasons, but that was many years ago, more than 10 years ago. I would assume, yeah, and there has been plenty of football management games which I've played since then. So I've just forgot some of those details. But anyway, I remember this game as really interesting because it allows you to play fast-paced seasons. And there's not too much of football managers with nice gameplay and rich functionality, or let's say not a limited functionality to play in such manner and uh, be excited about it. So yeah, I don't want to sell any other players at the moment. As I told already, we can buy players directly from the screen, and here in the list you can see the clubs with brown colors. Those are non-league ones, and those players, their players are very cheap. Let's check as example this guy. He will cost probably up to 100 of thousand of pounds. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this is the lowest skill highlighted in green. Yeah, so we can go to the transfer market directly, or we can scroll and try to find the uh, players directly from some clubs. Let's start from the option to scroll, scroll the scroll the weeks and look what we will see on the transfer window. Okay, so our first game, which will be played in the 2D mode, is a away game versus the Chelsea. Yeah, this is what I like in this game, to be honest. Your tour is highlighted in red. Okay, so we can select the uniform here, or strip 2. Yeah, let it be strip 1. And kick off. So we can select the formation here. This is our default formation. I don't want to change anything here, but as you can see, the functionality is, well, really good. So you can swap the players, you can move the players if you want to. Yeah, you can make non-standard formations and so on and so on. So we have, yeah, we have the strongest players here. By the way, we have only three substitutes. Okay, the Tony Cody will be our penalty taker, and Monker will be our free kick guy. This is an option to move all players forward or backward. Let's move backward because we are going to. Okay, we can take a look at the opposite team. Chelsea is playing 4-1-3-2 with such famous guys like Frank Ziegler, Glenn Hoddle, Gavin Peacock, Dennis Weiss, Paul Forlong, and so on and so on. Yeah, plenty of famous names here. Um, okay, let's get back, and I don't see the option to set the mentality. So let's move on. Okay, this is the current result, I guess. Yeah. So it will be updated in the middle of the game. Pretty much. Let's move on. Oh, replay. So I was trying to understand whether they play by themselves or there is an option to manage them like in FIFA, and the answer is that you manage them. However, it's not too convenient. I can't find the proper buttons to do it, at least not all of them. So I think I will lose this game because of that, but uh-huh. Well, but at least we'll have some fun. Yeah, it's a pity this game doesn't have the button settings, so player has to find out what are the proper buttons to move the players and to shoot and so on and so on. At least I have found the spacebar and A usage, but it's strange that the others, okay, doesn't work. I mean, WASD doesn't work as it should. Meanwhile, while I was testing the numbers, we are losing 2-0 on the 25th minute, but I was ready for that. So the view of the game is, I mean, of the match is pretty similar to the typical football games of the 90s. Uh, I'm sure you've seen some of them. Okay, fine. Q is moving up while A is moving down. That's what I was managed to found. Looking for the right and left. Okay, P and O are working as right and left buttons, which are absolutely not typical, as you can see. And the space bar is working as a pass or a shoot, so there is only an option to find out the tackling. 4-0. I hope I will not be sacked. Just joking. Of course, I will not be sacked. It's only a first game of the season. Okay, so I think, yeah, the second. Yeah, the second half will be more successful because, as you may see from the beginning of this half, I already managed to push the proper buttons and yeah, play some combinations. Oh, oops. Yeah, time is needed to get used to those unusual buttons usage, but yeah, I hope I will be able to score at least one goal because it will be. Oh, my player was hurt. A defender was hurt. I hope he's not injured too seriously because, as we remember, situation with my defenders is the best, oh, the worst in the squad. All of the defenders except the Julian Dix are of the low level. So yeah, I'm trying to get closer to the goalkeeper and maybe yeah have a shot, but not too successful yet. While Chelsea keeps attacking my goalkeeper. So yeah, trying to build some combination. Yeah, probably more time is needed to score at least a goal, while Chelsea puts another one, and I'm losing 6-0. But yeah, that's fine. And oh, damn, that was a chance on the last minutes of the game, but no luck. And West Ham losing to the Chelsea in the first. Oh no, still have a chance. Maybe a penalty chance. No. So the result is awful. Paul Furlong must be happy, scoring 4 goals in the first game of the season. And as you can see, we have 4 offers, or from three offers for the only player we have transfer listed. And as I remember, we can, yeah, we cannot increase the price. We can just sell him. Let's sell him to the first club. So yeah, Lesili was sold. Lesili was sold, and let's turn off the arcade game. I'm sure that playing in the arcade match for the whole season will surely get me some points because I will get used to that gameplay mode. But I don't want to spend too much time on that, so I just plan to show you how it's played. Okay, so now let's take a look. at the transfer list, and as you can see, the players are shown with the price only, so they don't have their ratings here, describe it here. So we should use those price as an assumption of the players' appropriate levels. We can also take a look here, but these bars don't have numbers, so we can only assume the approximate percentage of the player skill. We have several good midfielders here, but as you remember, we need defenders and goalkeepers. So, and forward. So I don't want us to spend too much money here, but anyway, let's buy a midfielder, Steve Harkness, because the advantage of the transfer list is that we will not overpay. If we will buy the player directly from the club, then of course we should pay much more or more than his original price. While here we can buy player with the same price or the price that is a bit higher. I will put 5,000 above the standard price to ensure we will uh, have the highest chance to buy it. Okay, I prefer to wait for a week or two before going directly to the clubs and looking for the appropriate players to buy. By the way, let's take a look at the Manchester United because that's the main club of the game. The game is called Manchester United Diables. So we have Ryan Giggs here, and he's a star player already. Yeah, what an awesome skills. We have Andy Cole and Cantona here as well. Oh, what a monster. We have Schmeichel, Keane, Ince, Bruce, Gary Pallister, Lee Sharp, McClare. Oh, what are names. Oh, young Paul Scholes and Gary Neville. And we don't have Beckham here for some reason, which is strange because, as I remember, he joined the main team of the Manchester United along with the Neville brothers, with the Butt, with the Scholes, and with the Giggs. But yeah, I don't see him here. I don't think they have sold him already. Okay. Yeah, and when we browse the teams, we can see their players which are put for sale, which is also convenient. So yeah, that's those minor details which make this game unique and interesting for football management fans like me. Okay, let's take a look at Man City just as example. Yeah, so I've took a look at their sixth defender, and he's valid for the 350,000 of pounds. Yeah, one, two, three, four, five, six. While, as you remember, our second defender is valid for 15 for 150,000 of pounds. Yeah, so we'll definitely need to improve our squad. Okay, let's proceed. Second game is versus Coventry, 0-0, unfortunately. You cannot buy Steve Hartman because too many midfield players. Wow. Uh, Steve Hartness is still here. Interesting reason Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 is the maximum number of the players. Let's say a couple of most lower pricing ones. I think we can even sell 3 because I'm going to play for 1 season only. Okay, what about the defenders, by the way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as well. Oh, let's sell some of our defenders too, because otherwise we will not be able to buy anyone. So let's decrease our defensive defensive team to be able to put a replacement. Okay, next game is home again, and our first win versus the Newcastle. Unfortunately, in this fast result mode, you can see the details like the score name and the goal time, the time of the goal scored, but I think that's not critical. Oh, we have one offer already for the midfielder, and let's sell him because we need to hurry up to be able to buy Steve Harkness, and luckily he's still here. He's still not sold, so let's try to buy him again for the same value. Okay, one more week, and game away versus the Norwich, and we have lost to Norwich. So yeah, we have an injury of the Jan Bishop. It will be great to see the position of the player because I don't remember who's this guy. Probably a defender. Yeah, but anyway, it's good to see the injuries functionality. So we have a couple of offers for the Martin Allen, who was the most valued defender or midfielder against the others I was trying to sort, and we have increased offer, which is nice. So yeah, let's keep selling the guys, and my offer is accepted, and we have bought a midfielder. So yeah, in this fast-paced mode, there is no option to select the squad for the game, the top 11 players. So I assume the game is using is using the list of top valued players to select the top 11 for the required positions and uses them, but of course I'm not sure about it. It's just my assumption. Wow, look, we have bought Don Hutchison for the 250,000 of pounds, and now he's valued for 1 million. So seems like this game has a big potential for the money cheating. So I mean, you can buy a lot of players on the transfer market and sell them and get a plenty of dollars net. Oh, sorry, not dollars, but pounds that you can use to strengthen your team. But I'm not sure about it. Okay. So yeah, Jan Bishop is our midfielder. Midfielder here. So he's the one who was injured, and I think. Oh yeah, and uh, here we can see the goal scorers. So Gerard Burr has scored 1 goal, and Julian Diggs has scored one of the goals. Yeah, while Tony Cody is still waiting for the list. Okay, let's take a look at the performance of our club. Yeah, let's take a look at the squad fitness, which is a list of injuries, I guess. Let's take a look at the squad of top scorers. Yeah, so there's even stats for the non-league goals as well. And performance top scorers, the discipline as well. Yeah, so we an example we have see our goalkeeper Ludek Miklosko has collected 9 points of suspensions in his first 4 games. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's look and what we see. Gary Neville. Gary Neville from Manchester is on the transfer list. Wow, for 1 million, but let's buy him just to have fun. And I believe, oh, recommended bid is even lower. The game recommends us to pay even less. Okay, let's put this amount. As I mentioned already, this game, I'm playing it to have fun, so why not to buy one of the most famous defenders of the Manchester United. So this is a cup, Coca-Cola Cup. We don't play in this tour, and we have another offers for our player, Denny with 3N. I guess it's a bug. The offer was refused, and I'm afraid he was sold. No. So, as you see, the recommended bid doesn't always mean the offer will be accepted. Okay, let's I don't know, let's put 1,000, 1 million and 1,000 of pounds. And I don't see any new valuable defenders or forwards on the transfer list. So let's go to the list of clubs and buy them directly. And then we will go to the fast career mode. Okay, so let's search for a couple of good defenders. No. Yeah, I think we should search for defenders first. Let's look in the top league. I don't remember how much you need to pay on top of the standard price of the player. Oh, 2 millions is too much. One, two. By the way, I was looking at Manchester City. Yeah, they have plenty of defenders. So yeah, there are 6 defender. So 5th defender and 6th defender cost this price. Let's try to buy this guy. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, recommended bid is plus 100 of thousands, which is approximately 33 percentage. Yeah, so we can buy the player by overpaying 30 percentage of his price. Oh, nice forward. By the way, these numbers represent the number of goals scored in the Liga and in each of the 2 cups. Let's try to buy this guy as well. However, it's their second forward. They may not. Yeah, let's try to buy their third forward. Okay, Liverpool, Leicester. I think we should search for some club with plenty of defenders like the Leeds United. So Chris is 5th defender. Uh, Okay. Let's try to buy this one as well for the same price. Okay, that's enough. So away game versus the Arsenal. At least we didn't lose. Arsenal was top club in the 90s, as I remember. Oh, offer was accepted. So, and, damn, too much. What? I can't buy Gary Neville because I need to sell more. Okay, so, sorry, no, not the Julian Dix. 5, 6, 7. Okay, Gary Ablett. Oh, those are the new players. Strange that they are listed at the bottom. By the way, why they are listed at the bottom? Here they are listed top, on top of the list. Okay, uh, let's not spend too much time and sell a couple of defenders. So I will be able to buy Gary Neville if he still will be available on the transfer list. By the way, why I wasn't able to buy an additional defender? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defenders, not 8. Hmm. Okay. Okay. No, I've made a mistake when I assumed that Steve Harkness, whom I bought from Liverpool, cost 1 million instead of 2,050 hundreds. I've just I've just treated Don Hutchison as Steve Harkness. Was just my mistake. Sorry. So there is no option of financial cheating in the game, which is really good. Okay, let's try to sell Steve Harkness as the most lower valued midfielder. So I will be able to get some money and buy some better players. Okay, and oh yeah, I don't need any more forwards because I have bought one already. Okay, so West Ham versus the Aston Villa, and unfortunately 1-1. 1-1, another draw. So this game mode is good for anyone who would like, yeah, the summary of the two games is listed here. This game is good for anyone who prefer the possibility to play a season in an hour or even less. I've spent 30 minutes browsing on the transfer market and showing you the options. But if you will select any top club like Manchester United or Liverpool, then you don't need to spend so much time. Okay, so in the second round of Coca-Cola, we will play versus the Crew Alexandra, which is not from the top league. So I think we have a good chance as Gary Neville is still here. And let's take a look if we will be able to buy him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 7 defenders. Let's try to buy him. Oh, one button. Okay, so let's play. Oh, recommended bid is bigger one. So AI is making an improvements of his suggestions. Just joking. Okay, and no good defenders. The players are listed here, but in some strange way, I don't get it. Well, home game versus the Manchester, and unfortunately we're losing. Oh, we can sell the defender finally, and now we have place for the Gary Neville, and we have bought Gary Neville. This is our revenge to Manchester. Okay, let's take a look at our position. Liga table. Unfortunately, we have only one win in 7 games. Wow. And only 4 goals scored. So our forwards need to work more. Our top forward has scored only 1 goal. So uh, maybe we will need to buy another top forward in the middle of the season if the situation will not change. Okay, this is a league game without us. Away game versus Ipswich. Well, I hope we will win it. It's Ipswich. Probably the Ipswich is better at the moment. Okay. Oh, look, the Gary Neville has 72 percentage, 72% of the skill, while his value is 1 million. So this part is not too clear for me. Maybe there is some kind of potential ability in the game, and that's why he is rated so high. But I need to play several seasons to find it out. Okay, and what about our money manager stats? So we still have highest purchase. Describe it here. We still have 1 million in the bank balance. So let's look. Oh, Paul Scholes is listed here as a forward. Paul Scholes is a forward. Well, he was a attacking midfielder, so yeah, probably. What will be the recommended price? The same. So, well, it will be wrong to spend all money on that player. However, if we will sell a couple of guys from the bench like this one, and of course not 2, 3, 4. I guess we can risk and sell. Yeah, this guy, who is our third forward. Sophie will say, if we will get rid of those 2 players, then we'll be able to spend 1.5 million to buy Scholes. Then maybe we will begin to score more. Okay, this game should be won easily, and as you can see, we have troubles in scoring goals even versus the lower league clubs, versus the Crew Alexandra. Where is the Crew Alexandra? Just wondering. What's the Liga they're in? Okay, the next after. No, it's a third level of the league, so not the best result for sure. Okay, away game versus the Wimbledon, and finally the second win against the Wimbledon, who is not far from us. So we have 9 points. Wow, Crew Alexandra wasn't losing in the Division 2, but anyway, we should win in the second game. Okay, let's proceed. We've spent a lot of time. Oh, we have increased offer for the Graham Matthew Rush, but still we need more money. Okay, Homegomer versus the Manchester. Yeah, they are much stronger in this game. Yeah, Paul Scholes is still here. Maybe I will try to decrease the price for this player. Let's return him to the team and try to decrease the amount of the money I plan to get from the sale. Okay, so I hope we'll be able to uh, win despite they were not losing. Yeah, yeah, we have scored one game and we have got an increased offer, so it's a good method. Decrease the sell price and get a standard money. Let's sell him to the York. Okay, as I understand, oh, playing versus the Oldham should be easy, I guess. So first of all, let's check if we still able to buy Paul Scholes. Yes, we can. We have enough money to do it, so let's increase it a little bit in case if computer puts standard bits. And now let's take a look who have scored the only game. So John Munker is our top scorer in the league, and also he has saved us in the away game in the Coca-Cola Cup. So thanks, John. You are the best at the moment. Where you are, here you are, 4 goals. I would like to find out the logic. Our squad is not too big. This is definitely an issue, but I don't know how does the game work. So, oh, yeah, so let's hope the team will have enough depth and energy to play for the whole season with the injuries and discipline issues. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have only 5 defenders and 5 midfielders, so that's an issue. But I think I will buy a couple of lower price ones because, as I remember, there is a very limited number of ways you can get additional money. Probably the only way is to get money as the result of your end season position. Okay, my game versus the Tottenham, and we are losing in the London Derby, unfortunately again. And we have bought Paul Scholes, who, yeah, is having a rating of 77%. Oh, look, Julian Dix has got increased value. He was valued for the 2 millions and now he worth 2.5 millions. I think if I would play a longer term career, then I would sell him and bought 2 or 3 players of this level from 80 to 83 to have a better average squad level with a bigger number of players. But we're playing for only one season, so that's not relevant here. Okay, let's take a look at the transfer list. How much money do we have? Just to check, we have $163,000. So I think we should get a defender. Average one, just some guy as a sixth defender who will be available for us in case of necessity, and some midfielder as well. Oh, can I search for some better one? Oh, this one is better. Okay. That's it. I hope I have finished yeah, I have finished the transfer period because the bank balance is only 3,000 of pounds. So here is our squad. We will try to deal with this team until the end of the season. By the way, let's remove this guy from the transfer list because I think it's not critical. The amount of money we can get from his purchase is not critical, and meanwhile he can help us in the case of injuries and suspenses. So home game versus the Queen's Park Rangers gave us a draw again, unfortunately. Oh, sorry. Home game versus the Southampton, yeah, gave us a win. By the way, what about the goals from the Paul Scholes? No goals yet. By the way, it will be excellent to have the stats of the played games and not only the goals, but it's not present here. Yeah, top players in the league are listed here. As you can see, our best player, Julian Dix, is far from the top, so our club not the best one. And by the way, by using this menu, you can search for better players in the lower leagues. Like the best player in the Division One has a rating of 90, so we can go and try to buy him directly. Or the best player in the GM conference has a good level as well, Simon Webster. Let's take a look, by the way, how much he will cost, Bromsgrove Rovers and Swindon Town. Yeah, let's just check the value of those players, just to understand the logic of the game. Bromsgrove Rovers, Simon Webster cost 1,000 of pounds, which is not too much. Yeah, in comparison with other players I have. Okay, and Swindon Town and Jan Culverhouse. What is his price? Swindon Town. Jan Culverhouse has a price of, oh, almost 1 million. Okay, so another option would be to play an interesting career here would be to search for the best players in the lower leagues, like these guys and these guys and probably these guys for sure, yeah, and try to buy them and they'll get an advantage in the top league. Okay, now let's scroll to the end of the season and we'll see the results. Oh, away win versus the Nottingham Forest. Damn! Suffering from a hernia and almost 100 of days to recover. So that's natural. That's a game, but thanks God he's only our fourth goalkeeper and we have, oh no, not even the fourth, the fifth one, because Gary Neville is listed here. Okay, any goals from the Paul Scholes? Not yet. It would be fun if he will not score too much goals at the end of the season because that's why I put so much money to buy him. So another win from the Everton. Anyway, we're getting wins after we bought Scholes. Okay, so this game should be won easily as well because, oh, no, looks like the Oldham has guts. What is the Liga of the Oldham Athletic. Oh, second league. Let's look at the league table. Yeah, another top level of the first division, guys. But I hope we will be able to win the away game. West Ham United versus Liverpool, draw. I think it's a good result because Liverpool was a tough club. Uh, Looks like FA Cup has only one round and we have lost our only round at home to Oldham Athletic. Let's take a look at the no. Oh no, that was Coca-Cola Cup, so FA Cup games were not played yet. But yeah, I have lost because the only one game was played. Pretty strange. Sad to lose to lower league clubs, but that happens from time to time. So here are the replays, as I remember. No, not the replays, just the first round of FA Cup. Okay, let's take a look at our Liga position. We have moved it a bit higher. Well, my goal would be to get into the top 10 of the season because, as I remember, the West Ham was rated somewhere in the bottom, in the lower half of the top league. So I would be happy to get into the top 10 by the end of the season. As you can see, we still score not too much and get too much games scored versus us. Okay, my away game versus the Leeds. Unfortunately, we are losing again. Home game versus the Leicester. Oh, another win. Perfect. Oh, we have lost. Okay, so we will play versus the Coventry in the FA Cup. We have lost so much goals here, 23, because we've got 6 goals in the first game of the season from the Chelsea. So the the real number would be much lower if I would simulate that from the beginning. By the way, Chelsea is top in the Liga. Mhm. Okay. Okay, let's proceed. So away game in the league versus the Crystal Palace. We haven't lost, which is good. Yeah, Bishop is suspended. What about the suspenses, by the way? Oh, Ludek Miklosko has changed his attitude, but Julian Dix and Don Hutchison are not close to the suspension. Okay, what about the goals? I'm still waiting for the goals from the Skulls. And does he play at all? No goals? Maybe the system is not putting him and Paul Walsh is playing instead because he has a higher rating and I have a guy, even a couple of guys at the bench bought for the abnormal amount of money. Another good thing in this game is that there is no transfer window, as you can see, so you can play with the transfer during the whole year. But let's wait for the 1st of the January to see the changes in the goals of the Skulls. Because if I'm correct and he still third forward and he's not played regularly, then in this short career game, I should sell him and buy some another top forward instead. Okay, another away game versus the Sheffield Wednesday and another lose. set to not set to not it's not so set to lose the games, but it's set to not score any games. Okay, so we are playing versus the leader at home, and unfortunately we're losing again. And what about the goals? Goals, where are the goals? Okay, I see. Tony Kotick keeps scoring and Paul Walsh scores as well, but we don't see any goals. Playing versus the Blackburn and another win. Perfect. So we are quite low. We are 15th. We are 7 points away from the relegation zone, so I'm not afraid to be delegated from the top league of the season. However, we are not in the middle of the table as I expect us to be. Okay, so no goals from this goal, so let's sell him. It's a bit stupid, but it's fun. It's just a game for the fun. Let's decrease the price to ensure he will be sold, or let's say to increase our chances to sell him, because I don't want to spend much time waiting for that. Okay, away game versus the Newcastles. I remember we won versus them playing at home, so they made a revenge and won at home, unfortunately. So away game versus the Coventry gave us 1 point, and damn, Don Hutchison was injured, and he is our top midfielder, and he will be missed for 53 days. But yeah, that's the game that happens, and our two top midfielders are injured, so we have 1, 2, 3, and even this guy will play regularly. But yeah, that's why I bought him. Skulls, can you play in the midfield? We are missing good players there. Okay, so FA Cup away game. I think we will win, because it will be a shame to lose to lower league team, but it's a season of our frustration in the cups. Unfortunately, we are losing, but the good news, we are getting skulls sold. But yeah, how could we lose to a lower league team? Wow, how could we lose? Uh, Coventry is from the Premier League. We've made a draw with them and then we are lose. Okay, it's not so frustrating. But anyway, what are their position? Coventry. Oh, they're even lower than we. Uh, but for me, it's very nice to see such results, because the game shouldn't be predictable as a real football. Okay, so I want, sorry, I want us to buy. I want us to buy a good player to improve the squad, but I don't see anyone on the transfer list. So let's go on and search for. By the way, why don't we look for a top scholars from the lower division and try to buy some of them and check if Steve Bull, as an example, will be successful in the Premier League as well. Anyway, we are playing for the fun, so let's take a look at the Wolverhampton or Oldham. Okay, so Steve Bull and Darren Beckford from Wolverhampton and Watford are my goals. Sorry. Okay, let's take a look at the Wolverhampton and Steve Bull. What is his price? Oh, sorry guys, 4 million. 4 million is too much. Yeah, it's too much for me. Yeah, probably I should look for someone not so expensive. Jordan Beckford worth. Okay, so this guy worth only 4,050 hundredths of pounds, and he has scored 70 goals. Well, heavens, numbers. What number? 17? Oh, here is the number of appearances. Yeah, so that's the information I was searching for. So let's try to buy this guy, and then we'll see how we will play. He will play in our league. By the way, I'm not sure they will sell it to me, but let's try because in the real world, as you know, the top clubs doesn't sell their top players. Oh, what a loss from Norwich City, and our forwards are struggling again. I was refused. Yeah, sounds logically. Oh, Oldham. So I think I should just offer more money because I need a good forward. And yeah, I have bought Darren Beckford, and yeah, he's our second rated second rated forward. So let's see if he will increase his number of goals in the top league. By the way, what are the top scorers in the league? It's not fair. The number of goals shown here is from the Division 1, but that's not critical. Away game from the Manchester and no goal scored, but we didn't lose anyway, so it's good. So we are 15th and we are missing 7 points from the 10th position. So let's try to increase our number of goals and points in the away game versus the Aston Villa. Unfortunately, we are losing again and we are not scoring goals. One more time, home game versus the Ipswich. I expect a win and the goals. Well, there are 2 goals, but we are not winning. We have a draw. What about the squad top scorers? Beckford is not scoring, but Tony Cody is scoring. Nice to see that. Okay. Home game versus Arsenal. We are losing again, so yeah, probably we need a better team. We are losing to Wimbledon. As I remember, they were on the bottom of the league, and we are losing to the bottom league. Yeah, so they were the last team in the league. Yeah, so this season is not successful. We have only 7 wins in 30 games, and our position is quite low. However, I don't think we will get relegated from the league. But anyway, we are winning away in Manchester versus the City. And let's take a look if the Beckford has scored. Yeah, Darren Beckford has scored one of the goals. He had 13 before that. So nice to see we have got a good player. So home game versus the Tottenham, unfortunately we are losing. However, we have some players that are injured. So, but I believe Tottenham also had such players. Our bench is not too big. Okay, let's take a look at our position. We are 17th. I think we'll not be able to finish in the top 10, but at least I expect us to score a lot of goals. It's fun, right, to see we're not able to score after I declared my intention. But anyway, we're having fun. No, it's not too fun to lose in with the scores like this one. And yeah, Coca-Cola Cup final, Newcastle will play versus the Blackburn. Blackburn was a top club with Shearer in the 90s. We kept losing again and again, so probably that's the result of our squad fitness and the depth of our squad. And the Darren Beckford has managed to score only one goal. So I think the experiment was not successful. Oh, another away win versus the Everton. Experiment was not successful, and once I bought the top goal scorer from the Liga 1, he didn't manage to score more than one goals after the 10 games in the Premier League. But anyway, that was worth checking. Okay, away game versus the Liverpool. Wow, 5-0. It's a shame. As I remember, you will not get sacked in this game, but in other managers, I think I could have been sacked at this stage of the season because, as you can see, at the end of the season, I'm near the relegation zone and I even have a chance to get down to it because Wimbledon still has several games to play. So, unfortunately, it's a shame that my team doesn't play uh, too well. But anyway, I like West Ham, so I'm happy to play for the Hammers season and manage the familiar players from their 90s squad. Okay, so the remaining games have been played, and oh, Wimbledon has done it, and they have overcome me, and West Ham has got into the relegation. What a shame. By the way, I'm still able to buy some players because I still have some bank balance, but I don't want to increase the length of this video. Oh, there is a transfer deadline. However, it's in the end of the March, which is quite give us a long transfer window. But yeah, you can buy players in the end of the season. So Newcastle has won the Coca-Cola Cup. Oh, and as you can see, the guys has appropriate Newcastle colored shots. Okay, so the new goal is to get from the relegation zone, and we are getting 1 point at home versus the Leeds. Still have 4 games to play versus the Leicester. We have another point. Okay, point by point, we are moving towards the final of the season, and we still need the points to overcome the Wimbledon. So another point versus the Crystal Palace, and we're missing the points. We're missing the points, and yeah, we have only 2 games left, and we should win this game to have a chances to stay in the league, and we're losing. Unfortunately, the end of the season is an awful one, and in the final game of the season, we should get a win and hope for the losses from the Wimbledon or Leicester. And the chances for us are not too big because we are playing away versus the Blackburn, and we are losing, and that means that that we are getting relegated this season. Oh, Wait a second. Yeah, that was the final game. And we managed to score only 29 goals, which is the fourth worst result in the league. So if I would play the next game on the West Ham, I would concentrate onto the bigger squad depth and probably better goal scorers. But as you have seen, I was trying to buy them. So Darren Beckford was a bad signing because after his purchase, he managed to score only one goal in the half of the season. So he played around 20 games and scored only one goal. Our performance, yeah, we managed to get to the 12th position as a top of our result in the beginning of the season, and then we get lower and lower and lower. So, yeah, the game this season was unsuccessful, unfortunately. But, yeah, Blackburn managed to win the FA Cup despite their lose in the Coca-Cola Cup final. So let's move to the end of the season. Here are the playoffs for the lower leagues. Here is the playoff finals. So let's move to the beginning of the new season because I want to show you the way it will look after the season will end. Oh, so the season looks like it's the beginning of the new season. So we haven't seen any notifications that the season 1 has ended, the season 2 began, but as we see, West Ham is in the Division 1, so that's the beginning of the season 2. So yeah, these are the stats. I'm not proud of them, and as we see from the bank balance, we haven't got any money. So it looks like the only way to get the money in this game is to sell players when they are getting their value increased. And that is an issue because when your team get relegated, their value, oh, it's not decreased. So my team got relegated and the value remained the same. Julian Dix is valued for the 3 millions already, so it's definitely a time to sell him and buy a new squad which will compete for the return to the Premier League, but I will not play today because the goal of this video has been uh, completed. Okay, let's save it to this position. So the season 1 has been completed. So overall, that's the end of the season. I recommend you this game because, as you can see, you can play a fast season up to 1 hour, and you can have a portion of joy from the familiar names from the 90s, like Sol Campbell, a famous defender. Teddy Sheringham with his 27 goals scored. Oh, look, here we can see the stats for the season. Teddy Sheringham has scored 27 goals. So let's play a little bit forward to see the Charity Shield. Yeah. But the stats is still available. Okay, anyway. So, I believe this game is pretty interesting. I would rate it in my ratings of football management games on the scale from 1 to 10 with the rating of 7, I would say. Yeah, maybe from 6 to 7 because it provides a lot of positive emotions. It can be played fast. It allows two modes when you can play in fast mode and you can switch to the arcade mode. And it gives you a plenty of stats and you can play for the several teams at once when and you can also play with your friend at one computer if you want to, despite it's not so popular nowadays. So this game is definitely worth your attention for a season or two or for several weeks. So guys, if you are looking for some good old retro mode of football management games, then Football Manager the double, oh sorry, Manchester United the double from the Krisalis is the game I would recommend to you. That's all. That's all from me. If you like this video, then please leave your comment here and subscribe to my channel because I plan to record more reviews of the football management games and show the gameplay. So if you are looking for a football management games content, then I plan to provide it on my channel. Thanks for attention. Bye.